ladies and gentlemen, Ron Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's episode of the WWE Raw Recap Show. This is the Raw after Elimination Chamber. Now we're going to the home stretch of WrestleMania 41, and me personally, check out my recap of Elimination Chamber. Thought it was pretty good. This week's Raw, pretty good too. In the beginning, had me like, okay, let's effing go. Kind of got disappointed a little bit about something, but I will get into that in just a minute. Of course, this week's Raw takes place at the Key Bake Center in Buffalo, New York. Hey, if you're being entertained right now, click that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. What'd you think about this week's Raw and the outcome of the main event? Or be friendly and say hello. Just leave that all in the comments. Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, be a champ and click on that subscribe button. Also, don't forget about the notification bell like I just did. Click on that as well. That way, you'll know when I have new content available for you folks to watch. With all that being said, let's let it rip. It begins with CM Punk, the Punkster himself. He's coming in all mad because he did not. The Elimination Chamber match didn't go his way. He comes in, calls out The Rock for his bullshit. Hey, he said it. Calls out John Cena for turning on the fans. Then he turns his attention to Seth Rollins. Pretty much says, hey, Becky Lynch, you might want to come get your man because if I get hold of him, he's going to wind up in a wheelchair. Seth Rollins comes out and they go at it. It is on like Donkey Kong until the officials come out to break that up. And I was like, this is the part where I was like, all right, let's effing go. All right, because I was like looking forward to this for WrestleMania, but it's going to be a cage match next week on Raw. We found that out a little later on the program, but maybe that'll be match number 2. Usually a cage match is a blow-off match, but who knows? They might pull something else out for these two to do on WrestleMania. Let's hope so. I really see this seems more like a WrestleMania money match than some things. But anyway, this brings us to our first match of the night. It is Gunther versus Otis. Gunther insults Otis. He pretty much says he was a clown like Jey Uso. And gives a big old kick in the head. Otis got a little bit of shine, but not much. Gave Gunther a fallaway slam right on the floor. Then Otis would, hulk up and trade chops with Gunther. I don't know why anybody would want to do that, but hey, he's a big, short but big boy. I'm pretty sure he can take care of that. Take those chops as good as anybody else could. Anyway, Gunther regroups, pins Otis after a powerbomb. He was slapped on a sleeper. Tozawa would try to help, but he wound up getting smacked around as well. Jey Uso will come down, make the save. He will get attacked by A-Town Down. Are they about to split this team up? I dig this team. I thought they were pretty good. Anyway, they attack Jey Uso. He regroups, takes both of A-Town down, and then Gunther's literally slapped on that sneaky sleeper and laid Jey Uso out. All right. This brings us to our Women's Intercontinental Championship match. It is Ivy Niles versus Lyra Valkyrie, the champion. Lyra takes over from the get-go, hitting a front drop kick as the bell was ringing. You get the early advantage. Ivy Niles will come back with a couple of trigger screws, kept working the leg. Lyra will actually come back, hits the Nightwing for the 1-2-3. This is actually also a good match, better than their previous match, the last match together. This one was actually pretty good as well. Sometimes you gotta get that repetition. repetition. Repeat. But like I said, I thought this was actually a decent match. What do you folks think? All right. Now comes Kaiser. He has a few things he wants to say. He is not too happy about Penta getting all this attention. Kaiser said, "Look, Penta, you say you're the guy without fear, but I'm going to give you something to be afraid of." Penta would come out. They would go at it, but in the end, it was Penta standing tall in the ring after their confrontation. Next up, we had a WWE World Tag Team Title match. It is the Creed Brothers versus the War Raiders. We see a vignette before this match. Chad Gable buying a $500 mystery box. I have no idea what that's about. I guess more of the secrets to beat a luchador. Uh, anyway, this match is actually pretty decent. Uh, the Creeds got an early advantage. Then Eric got in. Ryvar gets in, gets a little bit shine until uh, Julius hits a drop kick off the middle rope outside. Then Eric will get in, get his shine in. Creeds regroup. Angle slam. Julius hits a 450 splash from the top rope. Look good. Uh, Later on, you got Brutus missing a moonsault, as did Ivar. He missed the moonsault, but Julius got a little more shine again. Hit a shooting star press. Looked beautiful, right on point. Anyway, the Raiders would regroup, hit the War Machine, and successfully defend their World Tag Team Championship. Oops, okay. All right. Now Finn would come out. He said he was going to call Braun Breaker out, and that's what he does. Breaker uh, has to go through Carlito and Dominic before he got to Balor. Balor, uh, held his own for a little bit, but Breaker would regroup. He was going for the spear until Dominic pulls out Finn Balor, escaping the Braun Breaker spear. Unfortunately for Carlito, he was left behind and received the Braun Breaker spear. And this brings us to the main event of the night. It is Iyo Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's World Championship. They did call this championship Monday Raw. Bianca Belair is hanging out, watching along. A little bit off balance, but they did regroup. Rhea would fully take over after ramming Iyo into the apron and to a deadlift suplex on the floor. Iyo make a comeback herself. Uh, Hits a front drop kick from the top rope, but misses a meteor. Uh, they trade some blows. Iyo counters a riptide with a DDT, hits the Kai kick, then the insane elbow, kind of 2 count, locks in the Asuka lock. Uh, Pretty much a shout out to her damage control teammates. Rio hit the super belly to back suplex to counter a moonsault. Rio will lock in the prison lock. After that, they went back outside. Rhea would hit the electric chair drop face first on apron, then on the table, but Io was able to beat the 10 count. Get a little shoving match with Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. No disqualifications called on this one. This part of the match I kind of had a little problem with. I wouldn't think Rhea Ripley would give 2 shakes and you know what, who Bianca was cheering for, but I guess for this purpose it works. Still like the finish. I'm getting to that right now. So basically, Rhea let herself be distracted with Bianca Belair and tells her, "Hey, I'll see you at WrestleMania." Looking for the super riptide on Iyo Sky, but Iyo reversed that into a Hurricanrana, hits the over the moon moonsault. 1, 2, 3, your winner and new WWE Women's World Champion. One of my favorites, Iyo Sky. If you have watched any of my recaps or anything about Iyo Sky, you know I'm a big fan of hers. I think pound for pound, the best in-ring performer, and she's pretty much over. I think this shot the fans. Fans got quiet real quick. It wasn't like a heat thing, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people, when it, when it sunk in, you could tell people were pretty happy for her. Fair and square, and Ripley. Ripley upset about it, of course, but now it kind of makes me kind of wonder: did they just give her a championship just to lose to Bianca Belair? I hope not. Maybe they'll do a three-way. Who knows? But still, Iyo has a good moment. At least she's going to WrestleMania and being able to perform. Anyway, that does it for this week's WWE Raw Recap show. Hope you folks enjoyed it. Hope you had a good week so far. I'm screwed blank. Sorry about that. Anyway, you folks take it easy. Have a good one. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw Recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how things were back in the day, then tune in to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where Ronald Ray discusses back in the day when wrestling was wrestling, featuring watch-alongs. That's Wrestling Gold Friday night on Fridays starting at 8 p.m.